You're watching the Transporter YouTube channel.
Tuesday night. Here's Toe Mater, everybody's favorite. So, my favorite saying I heard lately, there's no loads! Maybe you're not looking in the right spot. There's plenty here. If you look back there, there's a bunch of fifth wheels back there. Now, some of those are storage units. But all of these are ready to go. This is one lot. There's two more lots here in the Goshen area. This is the four we're getting right here. So what I do is I measure from the front to the back on each one and add those up to see if they're going to fit. And the other thing I do is I look at the back of them. So the distance from the rear axle to the back is what I look at, and whichever one has the most distance, which is obviously this one, will go on the back. So if I have to overhang, this will be the one to overhang. So I'm going to check serial numbers. These are the four we're going to take. I'm almost certain they're going to fit, but I will measure first. So I just measured, and they're about 42 feet. And my deck is 46. So it means we'll have to tuck them all underneath each other, take the jacks off, all that. So now what I'm doing is deciding which one should go in the front. So my decision is made by this battery box. I don't want to have to take that off. The other ones, the battery boxes are set back to where I think I could leave them. And they have those two straps, but the straps are just the lid. Inside of there is screws screwing it down. So, and then I got to carry it and all that. So I'm going to try to just take the jacks off of three of them and leave that one. First one's on. We're going for number 2. I want to do donuts in this thing so bad. I won't do it though. Can we hit it? Bingo. There was no editing trick there. Look at the sky. That's an RV factory. All those buildings over there, RV factories. These are all drive-away units. So the drive-away company here is called Quality Drive-Away, which is part of Foremost. All these units, people just, they fly here, they Uber here, they take a train, whatever. However they can get here, and then they get in one of these and drive it wherever it's got to go. Some people have little cars they strap to the back of them. Tow them. Gotta find the gear. let's put it on. So I'm just gonna push it up so I don't have to wait for the winch. They don't like to go straight. Usually I pull them. I'll just pull it. That's why I didn't want to pull it, because I knew the camera shot would be horrible. Alright, I'm gonna hook this up. We'll get her pulled on. It got dark on me, but we got them stuffed on here. I had to tuck them all, and they fit. So we're good to go. This is going to, I don't want to say it wrong, Croy, something like that, Michigan. 184 miles or something like that. I'll have to double check that. Anyway, yeah, the back. That's what I came back here to show you. It sticks over just a little bit, and again, I could take the spare tire off if I was really concerned, but I'm not. And I could stuff them together. This one, like another 3 inches, and this one, like I could take the battery box off, pull it in another 6 inches probably, and the same here. Could get another probably 6 inches if I took the battery box. So like if I was going to Missouri or something like that where there's no overhang, then I would do that. Alright guys, it's Wednesday and just filled up in Tokenosha, Michigan at TA. We have like 2 hours to go. So this is the exact same route we took yesterday, only I think 30 less miles. This trip is 196 miles to Clio, Michigan. So we have 4 pop-ups again. You already seen that. Anyway, 2 hours to go, and then we have 2 cars booked already to come back, and they are in Flint, Michigan at an auction, and they go to 2 different spots, one Elkhart, one Mishawaka. And when I booked them, I was hoping that they were both going to come from the same auction, but they're not. So one's Mannheim, one's IAA, both in the Flint area. They're about 15-20 minutes apart from each other, but it is en route home or back to Goshen, but it's going to be like 30 minutes probably to Mishawaka, and then I'll drop the other one off on the way back. That's in Elkhart, so it should work out. But we're going to Flint, Michigan, so don't drink the water. If you get it, you get it. But anyway, see you at delivery. We are pulling up to the dealer, and it looks like they have a nice parking lot to unload, so it's awesome. I could see it from the highway when I went past. This is called Trade Winds RV. I'm gonna pull in and get parked, and then get these off. I'm gonna try to unload quick. We've got those 2 cars to pick up, and I'm hoping to even get those delivered today and go load another load. We'll see how it goes. All right, there's all 4 unloaded. We're good to go. Here for 1 hour. All right, looks like the first car is 12 minutes from here, 8 miles, so let's go. All right, we're at Mannheim. This is our first car to pick up. And I don't know if you see my videos before, every time I go to an auction, the cars are like the farthest point from the gate. Well, you wouldn't believe it today, but there's the gate. So, not today. Anyway, let's see if it starts. It's the moment of truth. Oh yeah, having a good day. Fired up today. 2 cars for backhaul. 4 campers out. It's gonna be a good day. Oh, we can figure out how to shift it. Look at this. You got drive, neutral, reverse, park, drive. Yeah, that won't break in the next year. Alright, we'll get this checked out, get loaded up, and then we got one more to grab. I think it's about 20 minutes from here. Alright, we're at IAA, waiting on a car. They make you wear these vests. Anyway, I'm all ready for them, just waiting for them to pull it out here. They fork them on here. Alright, we're loaded up. This one is wrecked. However, it does run and drive, so I'll be able to drive it off. I had strapped the hood down, that's all broken there. But it did start. It did go in gear, so. Anyway, it's about 3 hours to drop off. Alright guys, we got the first car off. And we are headed to South Bend to Honda dealer. There's chickens. This is why I was recording. There's chickens trying to cross the road. Just had to go down there and do a U-turn. There was a bunch of them crossing the road. Anyway, we're gonna go to Basney Honda and drop the second one. Job. Alright, I did all the stuff I have to do as far as apps and signatures and blah 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 blah. So, quick walk around for proof. We're here. And I wish you guys had smell-o-vision because that place right there smells so good right now. So I'm going to drive it over to the service bay, and they have a night drop, I guess. Let's see. I bet the service bay is behind me, but we'll come over here first. Yep, it's behind me. Unless it's over here. Nice. Alright, and there's a key drop. Sweet. Alright, dropping this and then headed back to Goshen. Load 2 more. We're going to Ohio next. We're back at the yard again. So this is trip 3 and 3 for, yeah. Not going to use the Mater today because it rained and that roof holds water inside of it, and yeah, it drips down on you the whole time. So we won't use that until it dries out for a few days. So we're running the tractor today. Not going to record loading because, as you see, it's getting dark. I need to hurry. So here's the 2 we're taking. This one and this one. They're single axle. I think they're like 4,000 pounds a piece. Let's find out. No, dry weight. Right there, sorry. 3184. And this one should be about the same. 3134. So light load. And starting to sprinkle, so I'm definitely not going to record. Try to stay as dry as I can. Alright, we're loaded up. A lot faster just doing 2. I didn't have to tuck them, didn't have to take nothing apart. Only 4 wheel straps. Something I always do is I turn on my hazard lights and my running lights. Make sure everything's working. Can't really touch the brake so much without help, but hazard lights will do. Anyway, I am going home, going to bed. See you guys in the morning. We're going to Jeffersonville, Ohio.
Tomorrow.
Alright, it's Wednesday, 5 minutes after 12. And we're pulling up at Buckeye RV in Jeffersonville, Ohio. And guess what? It's starting to rain. Yeah. Hopefully it's at the end of it, not the beginning of it. I don't know. We'll see. See if they have anywhere to park up here. I don't know that I've been to this dealer before. I don't know. Maybe I'll remember when I pull in. And they have signs, and none of them say where I'm supposed to go. So straight it is. I don't know. I gotta get off here and figure this out. They got signs for all kinds of stuff. Sales and showroom, service department to the left. I bet I'm supposed to go behind the... better call. Alright, we're unloaded. It was quick. I got, I don't know, I think it's an hour to go get the cars. Anyhow, hit the road. Alright, so we are on the way to the auction to get the 2 cars. 2 campers were dropped. And it's 40 minutes to the cars, so probably got 35 minutes to go now, but it's a 2016 Nissan Rogue and a Jeep Compass, and they go to Fort Wayne, and they go to a dealer that I've delivered to before, and he has a night drop. It's easy. He leaves a check in a spot for me, and it's kind of like how I talked about before, like building a relationship with people you haul for, whether it's just a thank you text or, really appreciate, the more you do things like that, the more they remember you. And I believe the guy remembered me because as soon as he answered the phone, he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" He was on it, and there was no questions about giving me the load, nothing like that. So anyway, another thing, in the beginning of the video, I made the joke about there's no loads. There really isn't. There's not a lot. First of the month, there'll be more loads than any other time, that's for sure. Like the first week of the month would be the prime time to get the load you want. The other 3 weeks, it's take what you can get and go wherever you have to go, and do those runs you might not want to do, so that when the first week of the month comes around, they'll give you the load you want, that sort of thing. And just be persistent about it. And if you don't need to run, you don't need to run. Whatever, that's your deal. If you don't need to make money, stay home, let the other guys do it. But some guys are asking me, is now a good time to get in? I don't know. It depends on your situation. Do you have a truck? Do you not have a job and you need money? Or do you have a job and you're getting by and you're thinking about going and buying a truck? I don't know if I'd jump into a $70,000, $80,000 truck. Not right now. Well, let me tell you, I'll be the first person to tell you when it's time. There's a reason I'm not saying, come sign up and put my name down. Like I get paid referrals and get paid pretty good, but I don't want to put somebody in that situation. I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's decision, if it doesn't go good for them. So, even when people ask me, I tell them, like, check around, see what other people are saying. I can tell you what I know. I can try to help you make a good decision about it. But everybody has, they live in different states. They have different family situations. They have a job or they don't have a job, or they're retired and they just want to make a little bit of money and travel, or it depends on your situation. If you are already working, you have a family, and you're making ends meet, I don't know that I'd jump in this tomorrow. Now, in 2 weeks, it could change, so don't get discouraged. You can still start getting things together, that kind of stuff. I worked in the RV industry in the factories for 8 years before I started this, and it was like this, up and down, up and down, up and down, and that's the way it's always going to be. RVs are, for the most part, a luxury. It's not a necessity. It's not milk and eggs. It's camping. Now, some people are living in them. I get that. Some people have to live in them, and I get that. But for the most part, it's a luxury, and it fluctuates. So, you want to maybe wait until I say go, because I'm going to say it when it happens. Because I want to make the referrals, I'll help you guys. I'll get you in the right spot. Whatever. But wait until it ramps up a little bit and get in, and don't jump around. Stay with the company and make sure they know who you are, and make sure you do those loads that maybe other people don't want to do every once in a while. Like maybe run a park model here and there. Maybe
You know, do the little short run, 130 miles nobody wants to do. Get remembered, so when things slow down, they still remember you. It's rare that they fire anybody, you know, or lay anybody off. You can't get laid off, you just get de-leased. That would be very rare to happen when things slow down. They want to keep you on. They want to keep the truck numbers high. The higher the truck numbers, the more units the dealers give them, or the manufacturers give them. And that's how it's done. Whoever has the most trucks running and active gets more loads. And that's why most of the places are always hiring, whether it's slow or not. You know, yeah, there's a limit. You know, it's not just hire, 50,000 drivers or something. You know, there's a limit, but you got to just make a wise decision about it. And there is no loads. It was a joke, but I hope nobody takes offense. Anyway, see you guys at the auction.
All right, we're at the Columbus Fair Auto Auction, Columbus, Ohio. This place is pretty big. I've been here before, but I believe it was a couple of years ago. Wait, I'm gonna go over here, see if they got my gate passes, get the cars. Here's our first one, Nissan Rogue. No crazy damages, nothing like that. We have one more to find, so what I do, if this starts, then we'll go find the other one. Seat was like in the dash. Warning, key ID incorrect. Uh-oh. So I had to put the key on there to start it, because probably the battery's dying. So we're in row 26. We're gonna go over to row 28 and look for a 18 Jeep Compass black. But yeah, once you find your first car, find the rest of them and make sure they start and all that. So you're not out here walking around like an idiot. See, 18 Compass black. What's your stock number? 493. Might be this. We're gonna check. No, not it. I don't know. See, if I was walking around out here, I'd be real frustrated. I think I went the wrong way. I think I'm in road 25 instead of, yeah. Alright, I'll find it. I'll let you know. Right, here's the second one. and this was a little rough, if I'm being honest. Messed up there. It looks like, it's hard to see in this, but it looks like that door's filled with Bondo or something. Anyway, I'm just glad it's not that piece of junk. Might be fun. And it smells like a skunk in here. You get that a lot when you pick these cars up. I mean, a lot. Where somebody had a party in here, and I don't know if it's just the cars, like the previous owners, or if it's like the workers hiding off in the cars, hitting one-hitters or something. I don't know, but whatever. I'm gonna go get this loaded up. It's 3 hours to Fort Wayne from here, and then an hour back to Goshen, and then we are done for the week. Well, here we are. They're unloaded. There's one, there's the other. This guy has like a little corner lot, and it's full. He has a huge billboard right there. Too bad it doesn't have his name on it. That'd be cool. It's Hershey. Yeah, I don't know. Hershey Automotive. Anyway, going to get my ramps up, fill out my paperwork, drop the keys, paperwork off, and head home. It's about an hour home. I got 2 hours on my clock to drive, and I'm tired. I really only worked 3 days, but we worked 3 long days. A lot of loading, unloading. I'm ready to be home. Alright guys, it's Saturday. Try to wrap up this video for you guys. So we had 3 trips this week. This is Labor Day week, so we worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The first trip was not on this video. It's on my last video, which is called $900 in one day. And then this video had Tuesday and Wednesday on it. So I'll go over the numbers for all 3 days so that it makes sense. But the first day, Tuesday, we went to Saginaw, Michigan. 220 miles, paid $830, and it paid more because it was 4 pop-ups at a time. So it paid a minimum of 300 miles. So that's why it was $830. And then we had a backhaul, which was a truck, and it paid $250 minus the 20%. So it paid $200 to me, which left us at $1,030 for Tuesday. And then Wednesday I did another Michigan trip, which was on here, to Creo, Michigan, 196 miles. Same thing, paid for 300. So it paid 830, and it had the backhaul, the two vehicles. One paid 300, the other paid 275. So minus the 20%, so I ended up with 460. So for that day, Wednesday was 830 there, 460 back, total of 1290. And then Thursday, went to Jeffersonville, Ohio, and that was 235 miles. It was only 2 campers, and paid $561. And then we had the 2 cars coming back. Those 2 cars together paid $350. So minus 20% would be $280. So we had the $561 and the $280, brought us to $841. So if I total all 3 days together, looking at a total net of $3,161. And those were all short trips. So, 200-mile-ish trips, one-day trips. I was home every night, which is rare. Yeah, 3,161. Then we had fuel. So fuel for the whole week was $385. So after fuel, you're looking at $27.76, and that was my bring home. Right now, I have other expenses, and I've gone over that a couple times in different videos, but I'll briefly do it for you guys. Insurance, registration, truck payment, wear and tear, maintenance, stacking money away for taxes, everything. I've done a detailed thing, and it comes out to right around $400 a week. So, you gotta factor that in, of course. So after all of that, if I take out the 400, I'm looking at $23.76 in 3 days. That's a good week, or a good 3 days. Could have ran more, could have went farther, done whatever. $2,300 is good for me. I don't know. Some people don't like short trips. Some people do. Sometimes they work out. Now, these were a lot of work. A lot of loading, a lot of unloading, a lot of booking cars, dealing with brokers, picking them up, dropping them off, pictures, apps, paperwork. It was a lot of hustle, long days. Like, I used almost all of my time every day. So, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. September 18th, come to Bonneville Mill Park. Me and the guys from Cows and Campers, we're going to cook burgers, hot dogs, just kind of hang out. Anybody's welcome to come. We're going to go to the Briar Patch Shelter. I believe it's on County Road 8. If you're really interested, you want to come, send me an email. Here's my email. And I think that's it. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget, pray for your country.